Right, before you have a dig, you lot actually asked for this, right? So as requested in a recent video, today I'm going to do a video on my little Nissan Fiagro, right? And I'm going to be doing a journey home from work in it today. So you're not only going to get to see around the car and inside it, you're also going to get to see what it drives like. Nissan Figaro. This is an odd occasion. It's an unplanned occasion. I did not intend on doing a full featured video, like a dedicated video on this car. It was never going to happen, but a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks ago I done a video on the Nissan 370Z, which is parked just at the back over there, and in that video I sort of briefly showed you this car. It was when it just came in, and I took you for a little wander around it, and in the comments that day a lot of people were like, Calvin, you've got to do a video on that Nissan Fiagro. So fair enough, like, I haven't got any new exciting cars coming through the door at the minute because we're obviously closed, so I'm concentrating on the cars that we've actually got in stock right now, bingo. So I bought this car to sell it. I'm definitely not planning to keep it and do like a project on it and get massive power out of it. Strangely, there is a tiny little place in my heart for these cars. I suppose I'll try to explain why as the video unfolds, but what we'll do is do the normal thing. I'll spin the camera around, we'll start at the front end, go for a little wander around it, and then get out on the road in it. Alright, so headlights, let's start with them. The headlights, it just looks so honest, this car, doesn't it? It just looks so sensible and innocent, and lots of chrome everywhere around, like around the headlights, around the front grille. This chrome at the bottom here, you can see it's not in a good way. Chrome's a bit of a nightmare to get restored. I don't fully know the crack with getting it restored. I'm sure people in the comments will correct me or inform me on how to do that, but I think getting it stripped's a bit of a pain. But the whole car has actually had a full respray, so it's a very nice clean example, and could do with a bit of a clean. I've actually cleaned it, but everything's just getting dusty in no time. So yeah, it's quite a nice looking thing. have confidence in my Nissan Fiagro, guys. Don't lose interest, right? As we wander around it, bit of white, bit of pastel blue, nice little colour combo. The little wheels, let's see what size them tyres are. They are tiny, man. 165/70 12s. They're 12-inch wheels, and the caps, the hubcap things, again made out of plastic. Quite a nice thing. Like, there wasn't any cars that looked like this, was there? It's quite a retro looking thing. But yeah, them wheel trims definitely suit it. A bit more chrome along the bottom. I'm putting 100% into this video, guys, so have gratitude. Yeah, bit of chrome around here. Could do a bit of masking tape there, but that's all right. We'll ignore that. As I come around the back, more chrome, little Figaro badge on the chrome there. It's nice, man. That's quite a nice bit of chrome as well. I did actually polish that, but obviously it's got a bit dusty. But yeah, the sort of circular theme continues around the back. We've got circular rear lights, a little Nissan badge at the bottom of the plate there. Jap Sports, that's who imported this car. So this is a Japanese import. I think it came to the country in 2003. They only made these cars for 1 year. They're literally, I think, 1990 or 1991. It must be 1990 because it's a H reg. Pretty sure it was 1991 though. They made them for 1 year. They intended to make 8,000 cars, but because of the massive demand for them, they made 20,000 cars. It kind of says that they were a bit of a success when they come out, yeah? They only made them in like pastel-y colours, which I think is quite nice. Obviously, I just mentioned this is pastel blue. They do pastel grey, pastel green, pastel pink, and like a range of pastel-y sort of colours. And funny enough, right, I've got a Fiat 500 over there in the yard somewhere. I'll show you a little shot of it. There you go. The front end of that Fiat 500, it almost looks like it's been inspired by the front end of a Nissan Fiagro, even down to the fact like this is a convertible, and I'm pretty sure Fiat 500s come with a similar option on the roof. So it's like a fixed body car, so it's not a complete convertible, but the whole roof does actually come off. I might try and attempt that in a sec, but we'll see. But yeah, it's quite it's retro, isn't it? That's exactly what it is. It's retro. Under the bonnet, let's quickly talk about what's under the bonnet. Guys, bear with me, yeah? Don't get bored, don't clock off. This is lockdown content, guys. All right? Have faith in the Figaro. Under the bonnet, we've got a 1 litre, I don't even think it's 1 litre actually, a bit short of that, 970cc or something like that. 4-cylinder, so that is actually a little 4-cylinder engine with a turbo. Where's the turbo? There's a turbo, tiny little turbo. That whole engine, including that turbo, produces 75 brake horsepower, right? 75 brake horsepower. So there's me, like, I'm used to driving cars with a bit of power, like the Cosworth there, the Subaru Cosworth. Love that car. 400 brake, E46 M3, 340 brake. Just Civic Type R. Yeah, I recently bought that. Have not showed you like that. 200 brake. But imagine tuning that car. This car weighs 810 kilograms, right? Imagine putting the Type R engine in that. Yeah, if I was really bored and Wheel at VRS was available, I'd be trying to make that happen. But interior, look how retro. I'm using the word retro for the 3rd time, I think now. Look how retro this interior is, right? Steering wheel, plastic, thin, different looking, bit of chrome on the middle, and the horn, it works, by the way. It's got like a pastel grey finish. I wonder if pastel blue, pastel grey. No, they must all be pastel grey. Full leather interior. Yeah, we've got a bit of vinyl on the door card here. Electronically operated windows. That is amazing, because I thought it would have keep fit windows, but it doesn't. In the back there are seats that is pretty much good enough to hold a bag. Like, look at the angle of them seats. They sort of they're sort of angled, like, how can I do it? Can't do it, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's not a comfortable place to sit, but who cares, because you're driving a Nissan Fiagro. So what we'll do now, I think, is we'll shut the bonnet, yeah, because that ain't good. Even the way the bonnet opens, different. I like that. I wouldn't like to work on a car with a bonnet like that, but I'm not a mechanic, so that wouldn't affect me whatsoever. We'll jump in it with the thin steering wheel and the little automatic gearbox, and I'm going to look up and I'm going to head off on my journey home, all right? That door is squeaky. Put my bag in the bag hold. I mean, the seats are in the back. Bit of a squeak from the door there. It is an old car. To be fair, it's a very, I said it already, it's a tiny example. 104,000 kilometers it's done, by the way, which is what, just over 60,000 miles. So that's pretty good. Dials, just, I'm going to use the word retro again. Very retro. Bit of like a basket sort of finish shelf there. No stereo in it. Looks like someone's stolen the original stereo. Maybe they're worth a few quid on eBay. I'm talking, let's just show you. This looks proper close because the car's so small. It's like a little toy car, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, so just realised the mic's the wrong way around. I'll sort that out in a sec. Yeah, no stereo. Little heater controls here. It's all very cute, literally like a toy car. It's got aircon. I didn't even know it's got aircon. Look at that. The switches as well, let's look at them. I don't know what that one does. What else do you want to look at? The kilometers, the little glove box. It's like a little, it's like what does it remind me of? Like a little bloody doll's house. Yeah, the leather's quite nice and sort of spongy. Gear stick there, bit of Japanese writing on the go down there. Cigarette lighter or a power point. Just like a little guided tour, guys, of the Figaro. And let me just do the mic as well, quick. Right, done. But yeah, I'm in. Oh, frameless windows, did I mention that? Look at that character. This car's got so much character. And the strange thing is, I need the key, I I think this is quite a cool car, man. I know a lot of people by this point would have just thought, what the hell is Calvin doing? I think I've justified why I'm driving this car home today, and I think it's worth it, man. It's quite a cool car, and basically, let's put that front camera on. We have a bit of dust. Let's see if the wipers work. The little wipers. When I left school, I mentioned it before, I used to be in the building trade, right? And not for long, because it just weren't me. I actually qualified as a carpenter. I went to college, done like my MVQ level 2. Loved property and stuff, but just never really took to the whole building trade, right? And point being, I used to spend a lot of time in London. I used to go to London every day. That's where all my work was. And at that point in time, so I was 18, so 14 years ago, between 18 and 20 years old, I would say. Oh, that's the indicator, Cal. The wipers indicate the other way around. Japanese import. Got to try and remember that. Just changed gear all on its own without a clutch. Guys, it's working, man. It's working. But yeah, I used to spend a lot of time in London, and these were like on the road, not everywhere, but there were lots of them in London. It's like every wife or of a certain age in London just had to have one. It's like a fashion item. All you need really is like a little chihuahua or something on the passenger seat, and you are sorted, mate. If you're probably not me though, yeah, it definitely wouldn't suit me. Indicators on the right. But as much as I feel like a silly billy right now in my Nissan Figaro, luckily there isn't many cars on the roads because everyone will be looking at me. There's a car behind me. I'm going to get done by a Seat Altea. Japanese engine, probably quite reliable. Feels like a solid little thing. Definitely a bit of movement here and there, bit of a wobble. But yeah, they were everywhere, and I could sort of see why everyone in London wanted to drive, not just in London. This sort of journey is a bit of probably the wrong journey for it. You can imagine around a tight town, a tight city like London or Milton Keynes, which is where we are right now. But my journey home is sort of long roads, village roads. But you can imagine in a city, it's quite a cool little city car for someone who's just wants to chill out and have an easy little journey. It's such an easy thing to drive. 3-speed automatic. I didn't even know they existed. Well, to be fair, I did, but I don't know if I've ever driven a 3-speed automatic car. And I'm pulling up to lights now next to a Ford Focus. Shame I haven't got the stereo. I could just put some tunes on. Yeah, they're staring at me. They're staring at me. I do feel a bit silly, not gonna lie, but as long as it gets me home, I'm happy, right? Stopping at another set of lights. I'm sure lots of people will be familiar with these. A5, Milton Keynes. Yeah. So as I now enter the A5, let's go around. Oh, we've just done an orange light. It was orange, guys, it weren't red. I'm trying to stop this car. I don't want to break it, so we'll just keep the ball rolling, or keep the wheels rolling even. I'll tuck in behind this Polo and proceed with the journey. We're currently doing 60 kilometers an hour. Feels like double that, and it's going all right, man. The steering feels proper light. 800 kilos, like I said, probably double that with me in it, and 75 horsepower. Let's see if we can dick the Polo. Let's do it. Right indicators on. Proceeding with the overtake. We're doing 100 kilometers an hour. That is within the speed limit. I won't attempt to go beyond that. Attempt even. Left indicator on. See what I mean, man? Don't knock my channel, guys, yeah? We do some serious high performance stuff on this channel. Just overtook a Polo on the A5 during lockdown on my journey home in a Nissan Figaro, 75 horsepower, 1 litre turbocharged engine, and yeah, that's pretty much all the qualities. But yeah, I do actually quite like them. Oh, taxi just overtook me. It was an E-Class though. I quite like them. Why do I like them? By the way, I did attempt to take the sunroof off, and I sort of gave up. Oh, I keep doing that. Let's go this way home, through the country lanes. Why do I like them? Because they're different. That's why I like them. I've got the wipers on now. They're different, aren't they? They're very different. I can see why people like them. I'm a bit like, I like to defend things in life, yeah? So certain people dislike certain things and certain people in life. And I say, well, do you know what? Each to their own. Everything serves a purpose or suits a certain type of person. The fact that they made 20,000 of these instead of 8,000 of them does tell you that they were a demanded car. But the strange thing is, it's really odd that they didn't make them for longer. Why did they only make them for 1 year? Perhaps that makes them a bit more special. I don't know, but I can see why people liked them. I can imagine my mum driving this. I wonder what she'd say about this car. I should have asked her, but I think she'd quite like it. It's like I say, it's different. So, running out of things to talk about this car. What we can talk about is the value of this car, right? So they start, if you look on eBay right now, I think there is a Project One, which is about 2.5, 3 grand. And then I think upwards from that, they start at about £5,000. They're quite a valuable thing, so consider that, yeah? You're thinking about selling your Honda Civic Type R, giving a couple of grand on top. That's what you'd have to do to get one of these super valuable Nissan Figaros, and I reckon they're selling. I think they're a demanded thing. Obviously right now nothing is demanded because everyone's got to stay at home, but I think when things pick back up, car trade gets back to normal, I think this will be one of the first cars that will sell, especially as we enter the summertime. So yeah, drives alright, does as it should. It's got an MOT. This car is actually, I don't know if I said that already, it's actually had one owner the whole time it's been in England, so that's quite cool as well. Nice bit of a background there. Rear seats, driver's seat don't go back anymore, but you know, it's not too bad. I'm in, you know, I'm in. So yeah. What else can I say? I think that's job done, innit? Performance wise, it pulls alright. I ain't gonna lie, actually, let me slow down a little bit. Down to like 30 kilometers, there are no cars on the road. It pulls like a naturally aspirated engine, if you want to have an analogy of how it delivers power. It doesn't feel like it's got a turbo. But when I say that, I mean there's no boost, but it does deliver power really well, right? So it feels surprisingly nippy, we're going to use the word nippy, considering it's only got 75 horsepower, alright? I ain't got much more to say about this car, but I think as far as like a small car with shed loads of character and a great purpose, I think it's quite a cool thing, and like I say, I can see why so many people bought them. Is that the fuel pump going? I did put I put a whole jerry can of fuel in it when I left, so should be plenty in there to get me back. Yeah, it's alright, there's enough in there, but yeah, I'm just gonna get home. I'm gonna leave this video as that. 1990 or 1991 Nissan Figaro, guys, in pastel blue. I hope you like this video. As asked by you lot, I've done it for you, alright? I have got a lot of plans for other videos coming up. Just wanted to get the Figaro one out of the way first. So I'm in quite a fortunate position where I'm able to go to work every day. I've got lots of cars around me, and I can do the journey to and from work in different cars every single day. So I'll continue to film as much as I can until things get back to normal, and then we'll start filming a bit more new stuff, crazy stuff, whatever comes through the door, alright? But thank you very much for watching. As ever, I always say thank you for your time. I appreciate you going out of your way to watch this video, and if you did like it, hit like. If you're new to my channel, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notified. I don't know what speed I'm going, I'm in kilometers. Speed camera there, I'm definitely not speeding. Bell icon to get notified when I upload a video, and yeah, give me a follow on Instagram at Calvin's Car Diary, and I'll see you in my next video, alright? Bye. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, this is well overdue. A Mazda RX-8 is on the channel, guys, but this one is the R3 edition. I'll have that video live for you on Sunday at 6 o'clock.